welcome back to my channel, Tea Time with Naomi. With me, Naomi, and my customary cup of tea. So I just thought I'd do like a short video for you today. I thought I would open my Bookly subscription with you guys and also talk about the 2 books that I'm reading this month. It's been a pretty rubbish month as far as, you know, book slumps go, but I'm enjoying 2 books and I thought I'd talk about them here. But first, let's open this. I'm just going to cover up my address there. Bookly subscription. So my partner Chad got this for me, like a yearly subscription, because he knows I enjoy vintage books and all things bookish. So let's do this. Satisfying. Okay, so I've had some really lovely things in past boxes. So this is actually a nice, I don't know, 𝙼𝚂𝚗𝚂𝙸𝙲. I'm guessing it's very Japanese. And so I've had tea, I've had lovely cards which are on my wall, I've had a beautiful bookmark which I'm currently using. But yeah, so they always come in like brightly packaged paper with a cute little sticker there. I try not to ruin the stickers because I always like to reuse them in my journals. I don't know if that makes me weird. Okay, so this month is another tea again, which I'm so happy about. Although I get conflicted because I never want to use the tea. I just want to like keep it forever. So this is called March Sunshine, and the ingredients are luxury rhubarb, safflower and calendula petals, orange pieces and natural flavours. That sounds so nice. So I will try and let you see that. So that's really cute. I really like that. I'll actually read out what's in the Sakura one as well because I actually never spoke about that one. So this is a luxury green sencha tea, rose petals and natural flavours. So this is a green tea, this is a rhubarb. All the teas. Okay, so there are some cards this time as well, and I think they are quotes from a book called Little Women. So let's see. I love getting cards because I love to put this kind of like bookish art up on my walls because I'm a sucker. These, oh my gosh, they're postcards. That's even better. I like collect vintage postcards, so I'm a sucker for postcards. So if you like sending postcards, I love receiving postcards. So there's that. If you ever want to send me one, please let me know. I love postcards. Anyway, oh, these are so lovely. So they're all different quotes. So this is number 1, and it says, "She is too fond of books and it has turned her brain. Love is the only thing that we can carry with us when we go." This one is, "There's always light behind the clouds." The next one is, "I don't like to doze by the fire. I like adventures and I'm going to find some." I love that one. Although, can there be both? Like, can I doze by a fire, go on adventures, and then come back and doze by the fire? Because that would be perfect. This one says, "I am not afraid of storms, for I'm learning how to sail my ship." I adore that one. That's really nice as well. And the last one, it says, "I like good strong words that mean something." And that's a lovely orange colour. Let me know in the comment section down below which quote you like the best, because these are all so lovely. I feel like these are like really relevant to my life at different stages. Like I might just keep these in when I'm feeling like really down. I might kind of like put one in the book I'm reading just to kind of like give myself this advice, if that makes sense. I don't know which is my favourite. I like this "She is too fond of books and has turned her brain" because I enjoy the colours. But I really love "I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning how to sail my ship," because I think that's how nearly everyone feels about life when it's hard. You know, it gets easy, unfortunately, like as you progress through this awful storm of life, you get better at navigating it, and I think that's very true for nearly everyone. So, oh, and it's a bookmark, yay! Okay, so there wasn't a bookmark last time and I was really sad because I really enjoyed the first bookmark I got. But this is, again, is a quote, and it says, "Now and then things do happen in delightful storybook fashion, and what a comfort it is." Oh my god, that's wonderful. Okay, using this throughout the month of March. Do you, like, is it just me, or do you kind of have like favourite bookmarks that you rotate through? So for a while it was the ones I got from the Ghibli studio in Tokyo. They had like gosh, I can't think of like a cinema film things with like the holograms of the films, and you didn't know which ones you get. You could just choose the film, and I had How Moving Castle and I had one or two with Howl On, so I was using those for a while. But now I'm kind of really into these bookly ones. I love bookmarks, and I don't really have enough because I like to have a few books on the go, and I like to display some of them. But yeah. So I'm always like, I need more bookish ones, especially ones with quotes on and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so the book always comes in this lovely like map wrapping, which I just love because I love like maps and traveling and all that stuff. Just trying to open this. Okay. Also, I don't feel like I'm looking at the camera enough. It's because I'm using my phone today, because I figured out how to use the phone holder on this thing. And I keep looking at myself because I'm that vain. I'm kidding, I'm not, but... Ooh, okay. So these books are all vintage books. They're not really books I'm going to read. Unless one comes up that I really like them. But I think they look beautiful and I want to give them a nice home. So this is Grill Grange by Thomas Love Peacock. I have no idea what this is about. But as you can like see, it is very old. And it has that like it actually smells like cardboard. It's kind of like bypassed the old book smell and it's gone straight to cardboard. Oh my gosh, this is the longest blurb I've ever seen. It's like a full page. I'm just gonna pick out words. The Reverend Dr. Opimian. Aristophanic comedy. Sounds interesting. What else do we have? And like Solitary Study and The Seven Beautiful Sisters Who Waited Upon Him. But what of the silent statuesque Miss Niffet, another of the Aristophatic gathering? We leave the reader to discover the answers for himself. Or herself, guys. Or herself. Or themselves. Like, why gender it? Why can't it just be or them for themselves? But anyway, it's cool. There's a picture of the dude on the back. I guess that's Thomas Love Peacock. What a great name. What a great name. But anyway, that was my, I think that was my March. Yeah, that was my March one. So yay, I got lovely things to go on my wall. I got a tea, I got a bookmark, I got a nice book, and I've got, you know, scrapbook things. Because I like to recycle. And I don't want to spend money on scrapbooking stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about books that I'm currently reading, which are these two. Basically, this month's been really bad for me with a reading slump. So in January and February, I read a total of 14 to 15 books, which is like beyond for me, honestly. That's so much. That's literally more than I read 1 year, I'm pretty sure, a couple of years ago. But anyway, I think I overscheduled myself for March. I gave myself way too much to read, and it just didn't happen at all. And I was mentioning this when I was talking about it on Twitter, and I was saying that for me, book slumps are like, I find it really difficult to start a book. I get really anxious choosing a book and then kind of getting into it, and it takes me about a chapter or two to kind of feel comfortable enough in the book that I'm not like struggling to catch up. And then for a good like half of the book, then I kind of speed through it and I'm through, and that can take like an hour or two to like just like a day or whatever, but I'm like really into it, and then I'll hit this certain point and I stop and I just kind of can't get past it, and it always happens at like the last, well, like the last 150 to 100 pages. So that's kind of like the state I'm in now. It is like, what is it, like the 20th today? I'm not really sure. No, it's not. It's like the 18th. I don't know what day it is. Anyway, it's late in March and I've literally not finished one book. I've read like about 70% of both of these books and I've not finished them. First, let's talk about The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. So I'm enjoying this book. I am. It's not like I'm not. I got it from my library and I was so excited when I saw it because I've been wanting to read this for ages. Because I love Holly Black, but mainly because Severin and Ben do appear in The Crow Prince and Wicked King, and I just kind of like wanted to get their backstory, because in the very first one it does mention about the Elder King and blah 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 and Grimson, and And then I found out that, you know, they have their own book. So I kind of wanted to read about them. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm on page 229. Loving the LGBTQ plus representation. Loving all the characters. I love the world she creates. I'm really enjoying this book, but for whatever reason, I just can't read the last chunk of it, and it's really bothering me. I'm like really annoying myself. But it's basically about brother and sister, which I love because I'm actually quite close to my brother, so I really appreciate that. So Ben and Hazel, and they've kind of grown up in a place called Fairfold, which kind of borders fantastical and real. So on the like their village borders like fairy woods, and they are kind of known well to the fair folk and vice versa. And there's always been this contract that no one from Fairfold will get tricked or hurt by the fae because they live there. And in the middle of the forest where kids go to dance and party, there is a prince, a fairy prince, who is locked in a glass case. And he's been there, I think, for like centuries. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it mentioned like centuries. So he's been there all this time until he wakes up. And that's pretty much the book. And it's amazing. It's got great characters. I'm just really enjoying it. But again, I'm finding it really hard to finish it, and I'm so frustrated with myself because I've been really enjoying reading, but this month I don't know, I'm really disappointed in myself. But anyway, can't wait to read this. I will definitely finish both these books by the end of March because I want a fresh start, because I'm doing the magical readathon. I won't tell you what career I've chosen because that's for another video. And the next book is A Darker Shade of Magic by 𝙼𝚄𝚂𝙸𝙲. So I actually met her the other day. She was amazing. And I got this copy signed, which was like the highlight of a long time. She's wonderful. But again, really enjoying this book. Zoomed through like 3/4. But now I am, let me just check because I read a bit more earlier. So now I'm on page 310, and literally there's only 384. So I'm so close. I'm like 70 pages from finishing. I really should finish this today. But basically this is about a young magician named Kel, and he can travel between worlds. He is an Antari, which is a very specific type of magician. They are more like blood magicians, and there are only 2 of them. Him and Holland, who is from a different realm. Now Kel can travel between the 3 Londons. That's Red London, which is his own, which is very magical and where, you know, everything's great. There's Grey London, which would be more like modern, well, I say modern day, it's set back in the 1800s I think, but the London we know. And then there's White London, which is kind of starved of magic and is just a place of utter suffering basically. And then there is Black London, which fell eons ago and no one ever goes to. So basically that's what this is about. I don't want to give anything away, but there's great characters in here. I love Kel, I like Lila. Sometimes I'm like, why are you making these choices, Lila? Why? But you know, I'm not in her situation, so I can't say that's what I wouldn't do. But yeah, I really love Kel. He's a great character, and I like how he feels very real. Like there's no, I'm immediately, like, how can I say this? Each character is flawed in their own unique way, which makes them a whole person. And after listening to her talk, I know that's something 𝙼𝚄𝚂𝙸𝙲 really enjoys by writing characters, and she definitely writes trauma very well, so you can tell how each person's past has shaped who they currently are, which I think is really important in books. And that's one of the best things I love about characters, is when you can see that trauma manifest in their current selves. And I think another person who does this very well is Leigh Bardugo. With all of her characters, especially Kaz, he's a perfect example of this, and I think so is Kel. And I think while we don't know, and like even though I'm nearly finished the book, I don't know an awful lot about him, but I think he's one of those characters that you will just kind of delve into his life the more books you read, because I know there are 2 more books in the series, and I think there might be a few more coming out in the future, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's it for this kind of like little video. I rambled a lot now. I'm gonna go and finish watching The Good Place because I saw someone talk about it on Twitter and I started watching it and I am obsessed. So I'm gonna like finish watching that episode or two and then I'm gonna read, I think, or edit a video. But yeah, that's it from me guys. I will catch up with you next time. So, bye!